is the one with the big ass lights on.
Demirezen weighs in at 247 1/2 pounds, 247 1/2 pounds.
He's 20 pounds lighter.
And now we invite to the scale
fight.
his opponent, the undefeated heavy hitter, the Olympian
That's
from
a big
Nigeria, the one and only Efe Ajagba.
Efe Ajagba ran his usual 240, 242.
Efe Ajagba weighs in at 242 pounds, 242 pounds.
So let me mute it right there. So this is going to be the very first televised fight, from my understanding, starting at 7 p.m. Eastern on Free TV, Fox. So it's going to start like this. It's going to start like Efe Ajagba versus Demirezen. Then it's going to be Caleb Plant versus Mike Lee. That weigh-in is coming up next for the IBF 168-pound title. And the card is changed up a little bit because John Molina Jr. has pulled out of his fight. Whatever happened to him, I don't know. But Sergey Lipinets is taking on J.R. Ensign, Luis Nery, Juan Carlos Payano, Yordenis Ugás, Omar Figueroa, and Thurman, Manny, Pac Man, Pacquiao. So let's do a little bit of a jump cut. We'll be right back.
£58. First to the scale, here is the challenger, the popular University of Notre Dame graduate making his first attempt at a world title, the undefeated Mike Lee. Mike Lee weighs in at a ready 167 pounds, 167. And now to the scale, making the first defense of his title. Here is the undefeated IBF super middleweight champion of the world, Sweet Hands, Caleb Plant. Caleb Plant weighs in right at the limit of 168 pounds. 168 for the defending world champion.
Sean, we were with both of these fighters earlier on this morning. Mike Lee says that he senses fear in Caleb. Do you buy that?
I'm not feeling the fact that Mike Lee missed the PBC face-to-face. I'm still pissed off at that. But now we're here, you know. And Mike Lee's got some good skills. Caleb Plant is fundamentally better, but Mike Lee's got some power with him. He's definitely got some power with him with 21 and over for 11 KOs, but his punches stick. Flat-footed, and I expect for him on fight night to come in weighing. I expect him to be super heavy on fight night, like super heavy. I'm talking about if he weighed in at 167, I wouldn't be surprised if he's on over 200 pounds on fight night. You know? So, Caleb Plant, well, the winner of this will likely go on to fight the winner of Caleb Truax versus Peter Quillen, which is taking place on August the 31st on the same card at Lady Laris fighting Canelo's brother, Ramon Alvarez. Weird. Let's listen in. She been bugging.
What was being said there in the exchange between you and the champ, Caleb Plant?
Nothing, man. We're just ready. I'm ready to take this and new. That's all I got to say. I'm ready for tomorrow night, baby. Look at me. I'm ready for this. Let's go.
You said you saw fear in his eyes yesterday when you faced off with him. What did you see just now?
Same thing. Fear, baby. That's all I see.
All right, Caleb. I see you chuckling over here. What's that? Fear? No fear here.
I don't know. What do you guys think? I'm scared.
Come on, man.
Caleb, you've had a lot of talk. There's been a lot leading up to this. You said in the fighter meetings that it's, when someone asked you, is it bad blood or PR? You said, I don't do PR. So this is personal for you. What are your final thoughts for Mike Lee?
When that bell ring, he gonna find out for sure. This dude is delusional, but that's cool. It ain't my job to correct him. When that bell ring, I'm gonna teach him a lesson that he never learned at Notre Dame.
All right, thank you so much, Caleb. Guys, this one's got some heat behind it. Kate, we'll send it back to you.
It certainly does. Let's talk a little bit about that because Sean Ray, we saw him at the fighter meetings before this weigh-in, and Caleb cut an emotional figure in that.
I said, yeah, I'm looking for that fight. So what I was saying was this, is that let's go look at the rankings really quickly. Anthony Dirrell and David Benavidez, in my opinion, well, we already know they're going to fight, but in my opinion, I think they're going to fight on the undercard of Spence versus Porter, which is supposed to happen September the 28th. And then the winner of that, unless they fight a Colin Smith, or in this case, a Caleb Plant, because they're in the same promotional banner, then the winner of that, let me digress. Caleb Plant, from what I know and research in boxing, will likely fight the winner of Peter Quill and Caleb Truax, which is going to be happening at the end of August. And then a winner of that will go on to fight the winner of Anthony Dirrell, David Benavidez, unless there's an injury. And they're going to, for the WBC title. Abney Yildirim is the mandatory. Colin Smith, just count him out, and count Canelo out. Because of promotional shit. And count Billy Joe out, too, because of promotional shit. Shane. So Caleb Plant, next year, if he, keeps winning, if he beats Mike Lee tomorrow, he's likely going to fight, let's say, by the end of the year, or definitely by the end of the year, or no later than January, Peter Quillen and Caleb Truax. And then by the summer sometime next year, Anthony Dirrell, David Benavidez winner. So that's his next year right there. And then after that, who knows? But he's got to win, remember. So right now, in my opinion, the number one 168-pounder is Colin Smith. Number two, in regards to champions, is Billy Joe Saunders. And I'm sorry, number four is Caleb Plant. I like Ann Dirrell, but I think even though Ann Dirrell got more experience, I'm sorry I got Caleb Plant over Anthony Dirrell, but I don't have Caleb Plant over David Benavidez. There's still a question mark around him. In my opinion, of course. So remember, I'm going to be here tonight covering all of these fights. And you should check out that story on Caleb Plant and Mike Lee. Caleb Plant, about, whatever that happened with his, it's weird, bizarre, and it's kind of sad, too. Well, I'm not going to say kind of, it is sad. So whatever the case may be, my job is to cover the fights, and I'm going to be here covering the fights. This is TstreeT Controversy. This is TstreeT Controversy Live with FightView360.com. Please subscribe.